Mike Huckabee is going to be the next president. This is a great group of people on this Saturday afternoon. I know you've got other things to do and places to go, but I can't think of any place that I'd rather you be than right here with us, rallying in South Carolina. We are 1 week away from what's going to be an exciting day. We're going to make sure America understands that the next president is not going to be chosen by the pundits in Washington, D.C., not by the professionals who sit there somewhere distant from the real America. It's going to be selected in South Carolina, and you're going to fair tax. I get to be the president that nails the going out of business sign on the IRS. But there's one thing you know, when you fight hard and you play fair, you walk away with your head held high.
That's right. That's right.
But I'm going to tell you, fighting fair and playing as hard as you can is good. But folks, I want to tell you something. I've been in elections that I've won, and I've been in a few I've lost. And I got to tell you, it's a lot more fun to win. And I want to ask you to do something. We don't want to just do well and play fair. We want to do more than that. We want to win. That's right. And I want to ask you to help us next week to be able to have a championship day in South Carolina. Yeah. I believe we can, because I'm convinced there are a lot of people who realize that some of the people in this race are not the folks that you really want in Washington. They've never run a government. I've run more of a government in 10.5 years as governor and 3 years as lieutenant governor than anybody running for president, Democrat or Republican. Nobody's balanced more budgets. Actually balanced a budget. That's something Washington doesn't understand, never has had to do before. At the state level, we don't get to print money. We don't get to borrow money. We live within our means. I understand how to do that because I've done it. In some of these cases, I see how much money these guys have spent in their campaigns, and they've spent an incredible amount of money to not get very far, and I'm thinking, that's just what we don't need in Washington. If they spend that kind of their own money, what in the world would they do with yours? That ain't going to work. And I'm really convinced that people in South Carolina, like the people in the rest of America, want someone who really believes what he believes, not running from it, not running from the past, but running toward the future. You know, when people ask me if I'm pro-life, I don't have to figure out, let's see, what did last night's poll tell me I need to say today? But let me tell you why I'm pro-life. I'm pro-life because I believe at the heart of this nation's soul. When we really talk about what makes us unique and distinct from so many other nations, what gives our government its uniqueness, it's found in those words when our forefathers said, "We hold these truths to be self-evident." That means you shouldn't even have to have somebody explain it. It ought to be so obvious. That all men are created equal. Nobody's more equal than somebody else. Nobody's last name, nobody's ancestries, nobody's net worth, nobody's job, nobody's neighborhood, nobody's skin color. Nothing makes one person more equal than another person. Every person is equal. That means we may have differences in where we are, but it doesn't mean that we have differences in what we're worth. And that the intrinsic worth and the value of every other person is the same as yours, and yours is the same as theirs. The reason that we need to be a nation that unapologetically stands for the sanctity of life, is whether that life is in the womb or whether that life is in a long-term care facility at the end of the life.
That's right.
We have no right to judge that that life has ceased to be worth living because of its inconvenience to some of the rest of us. Let others tell you they're pro-life, but I'm the only person who actually worked to pass a human life amendment in my state, and I want to do it as President of the United States so that we once and for all say, all life is sacred, all life is important and has worth, and we will make it clear that for future generations we settle this issue, and we'll also say that we understand what marriage means. It doesn't mean a dozen things, it means one thing.
That's right.
One man, one woman, one partner.
Yes, you can. I hope you do. Okay. And listen, on the back of the shirt, I got a special message for you. Okay. I hope it encourages you. The strength. You see it? I know you need a little bit more strength. You know what? We're praying for you every day. Every day we're praying for you. So much. God bless you. Thank you very much. I appreciate you guys being here.
Wow, it's like I'm trying to sing it out. There you go. She's done. All right, that's great. Thank you.
What would it take for you to vote for Mike Huckabee? Fair tax on tax. Unfortunately, there's a lot of people that might but that's what's great. That's what's great.
He's the only one pushing the big tax, so it should be an easy vote, an easy decision.
That's what it's about. That's what
well, it's about Jesus stopped there.
And you are doing stuff from a rally 5,000 people.
Thank you for we raise money to sell insurance.
Thank you for the section 2 right.
I'll tell you what you said. Let's pray for both of you. Pray for safety and health.
Especially, I know. I told him to read the verse to give him the strength.
Okay. Y'all look over here at me and I'll get your picture. There we go. Good. There we go. Oh, that's great.